So the ATF and law enforcement is at your door, knocking on you, expecting you to open up and let them in. What do? Well, stick around and we'll talk about it. What's going on, Ghost Squad? Trey here with Ghost Tactical, and today we're going to go a video that has been talked about a little bit. I know a lot of people are worried about it, some people aren't and all that. But what if the ATF and or law enforcement shows up at your door wanting to confiscate or search your premises or your property for weapons that might be regulated or illegal in your state, your local area, or anything like that? What are you going to do? And the first thing I can tell you is I'm going to borrow an old adage from Aaron Rodgers.
5 letters here. RELAX. Relax.
So yeah, the first thing you have to do is relax, okay? Understand that regardless of the intentions of the officers involved, they're humans. They want to get their job done and they want to go home to their families. So they're not looking for a shootout. This is not going to be a Ruby Ridge. This is not going to be a Bundy Ranch or anything like that. It's going to be something that they're looking for something. But if you do things ahead of time and keep your cool throughout the process, you're going to be all right. The first thing you have to do is know a lawyer, okay? And if you have someone that's a friend or you know someone in your area that is a constitutional lawyer, especially maybe a firearms or Second Amendment lawyer, even better. But any lawyer is going to be able to help you out in this situation. You need to talk to the law enforcement, talk to whoever they need to in a way, in a manner that they can do it without you getting in trouble and going to jail possibly. So the first thing you need to do right now before you do anything else is start researching who are good lawyers in your area that might be able to help you just in case something crazy happens. So the next thing I want you guys to do is familiarize yourself and study the Constitution, especially the Fourth Amendment and the Fifth Amendment. These are two amendments that we'll go into a little bit more detail here in a little bit, but these are two amendments that are really going to help you in this situation. So let's say that the craziness does happen and for some reason the ATF and or law enforcement shows up to your door wanting to confiscate or search your premises for firearms, illegal firearms, whatever it may be. The first thing you need to understand is first, you do not have to open that door. Now, I don't suggest that you go ahead and grab your AR and engage the window. That is the wrong thing to do, because now if they were there for peaceful things and they were there for a certain thing, now you've escalated it into a felony and it's going to be bad, bad, bad. So please don't boogaloo to the window and start engaging. That is the absolute wrong thing to do. But understand you don't have to open your door to them. You can communicate through a window, through a door, whatever. And the less things that they can see, the better off. If they can look through a window or look through a door and see some guns or whatever, then they have probable cause. And whether they have a warrant there or not, now they have probable cause that they can come in. But at first, when they walk up, be very respectful. Say, what can I help you with, officer? We're here to search the premises. We have suspicions or we have blah, blah, blah. If they don't have a warrant, you do not have to let them in. That's where the Fourth Amendment comes in. Illegal search and impossibly an illegal search and seizure of property. So if you know your rights, you do not have to let them in if they don't have a warrant. You can communicate through that window, through the door, whatever, and say, officer, do you have a warrant? Well, no, sir, we don't, but we are under suspicion. We have probable cause. Nah, do you have a warrant? If they do not, at that point, then you go into the Fifth Amendment, which is incriminalizing yourself. You've all heard the Fifth. I plead the Fifth. I plead the Fifth. You do not have to give up any information that could criminalize yourself later down the line. So at that point you say, officer, I'm aware you're doing your job, but I do not want to have any more further contact until my lawyer is present. At that point, you go call that lawyer, tell them what's going on, and either they can talk to that person on the phone or they can come down there in person. But at that point, you don't say a word. Do not say a thing after that. Once you know that they don't have a warrant, they have no right to enter your home, do not say anything at all. You stop and say, At this point, I have no further conversation with you until my lawyer is present. Don't say a word. You walk over to your phone and you call your lawyer. So what if they do have a warrant at this point, and they come there and say, sir, we have a warrant to search your property and all that. They had to present the warrant at that time. Be courteous, let them in, let them do their jobs. But as soon as they step foot on that door, you're calling your lawyer. You're finding out what your rights are at that point. And the lawyer hopefully will come down, make sure that the warrant is in proper thing, make sure they're not looking for something that's not in the warrant, make sure they're not taking anything that is not in that warrant, okay? That is extremely important. They could be on a fishing expedition, and at this point, they could see something, but they can't do anything if it's not stated in that warrant. So make sure the first thing you do is you open your door, be pleasant, step off to the side, let them do their jobs, but you're on the phone immediately with that lawyer. And once you contact your lawyer, then your lawyer is going to be able to handle that from the situation from his office or her office, or they come down there personally and handle it, okay? A warrant is going to be something that you can't just sit there and say, no, you can't come in my house. You can say that, but things are going to turn very, very ugly, and you're opening up a can of worms to put yourself in a criminal position to where you might lose all of your 2A rights just because you're being a felon at that point. Okay, so think clearly, make sure that you're staying calm, you talk to them with respect. They're doing their job. They don't know you. They're not coming after you. They're coming after a name on a piece of paper. And I know that may not be popular right now, but it is what it is. Understand, stay calm, stay cool, stay collected, contact your lawyer, find out what you can and what you can't do, what you should say, what you shouldn't say. Let him or that lawyer handle that at the time. Stand out of the way, let them do the jobs. But if they don't have a warrant, you do not open that door for any reason whatsoever. You stop talking immediately. If they have a warrant, you let them in, you still don't say a word. If they start asking you questions, all you got to do is I wish not to have any further conversation till my lawyer is present. Now, there's a lot of people out there that are going to sit there and say, well, if they come to my door, I'm shooting. Why? Why would you do that? You're just escalating something into something very, very big that could have been avoided. We're law-abiding citizens, and we pride ourselves on that. We tell everybody, we're just law-abiding citizens that want to exercise our right with firearms. If you consider yourself a law-abiding citizen and they have a warrant, then let them do their jobs. Stay quiet, stay out of the way, contact your lawyer. Don't say a damn thing till your lawyer's there, but let them do their jobs. If they don't have a warrant, say, sir, ma'am, while I appreciate the fact that you're trying to do your job, I'm under no obligation to let you into my residence and search. So until then, I have nothing further to say to my lawyers here, so please leave the premises. They know the law, and they're hoping that you don't. Okay, they're hoping that you're going to be scared, and they're going to hope that you don't understand how things work. So study up, make sure you know what's going on. Call your local sheriff, call your chief of police, call someone to say, hey, I got a question. What if someone shows up? What are my rights? And let them tell you. Contact a lawyer and say, look, what if someone comes out here to my property with or without a warrant? What are my rights? What can I do? What should I do? What should I not do? They're going to tell you. Don't put yourself in a position to end your rights of owning firearms because you do something stupid or because you don't know what you can and can't do. The best thing you can do is shut your mouth and contact your lawyer. So guys, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. But for those out there that are worried that the ATF or law enforcement might be coming for a confiscation or to search your premises, the best thing you can do is prepare and to
RELAX.
So guys, I hope this helps everyone. Like I said, familiarize yourself with the Constitution, know your rights, look for a lawyer, contact a lawyer, protect yourself, your family, and your property just from knowledge. Knowledge is huge in these situations. They're banking on that you don't know what's going on. So guys, Merry Christmas, enjoy your family, but start thinking ahead of what if shit really does happen down the road. We'll see you soon. Semper Fi.